Hey everyone, Scott here from IGN, and I'm here with Tom and Laura from Da Vinci's Demons. So we're heading into season 2, and stuff went down at the end of season 1. So can you kind of give us an idea of where we're going to pick up with you guys?
Well, we're going to pick up almost immediately. We left so many threads dangling at the end of the first season that it would have been slightly unfair to sort of just go, and you know what, and it all worked out, and we'll tell you how another time. So we do pick up almost immediately, but that's not before we've got a glimpse at where we're going to be 6 months or so down the line.
Oh, okay. So a bit of a time jump.
There'll be a baby time jump. Yeah.
All right, cool. So now, where is your relationship at this point?
Oh, well, I mean, as we leave it at the end of season 1, Leonardo's kind of thinks he's sussed her and thinks he's kind of, got all the answers and found out all the stuff that she's been up to, but actually doesn't know half of it. Doesn't even know a tenth of it. So, so we're not in a good place at the end of season 1. We see each other, at the beginning of season 2 a bit, but can't reveal too much about where they're at.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for the pair of them. Their relationship is a strange one. They both believe they're on a quest that is higher than themselves. They both are leaving collateral damage in their wake, and they're kind of drawn to each other inexorably, even though they don't necessarily want to be.
Sure.
So even if they're not together, they'll still be in each other's minds.
Yeah.
And we're going to be in Peru. I know on the panel this was mentioned. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going down in Peru?
Well, yeah. What we thought would be very interesting. We always hinted in the first season that we would be getting there. And when we showed the map of South America at the end of the second episode of the first season, there's only so long you can stall before you have to take the show where you promise you're going to take it.
Sure.
And what's also interesting is when you've got a protagonist like Leonardo who finds everything so easy, frustrating, annoyingly easy a lot of the time. It's quite nice to put him in a place that's so alien and so unusual that there is a type of culture there that he is not prepared to deal with, and it's going to knock him off his pedestal, which is something he needs.
He can actually feel like the rest of us for a change.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
And I think you're going to get a flashback episode?
Yeah, I get an opportunity to go back and visit Lucretia sort of 7-8 years ago, and it was an amazing opportunity for me to go back and see who she was before this thing happened in her life that, I mean, in my opinion, is just one of the worst things that could ever happen to anybody, and it broke her heart in that moment, and she's constantly been trying to repair her heart ever since and avenge what happened. And so it was an amazing opportunity to actually experience that and experience her younger, and there was just all this possibility of her being, she was so innocent and young and hopeful and dreamed of such a beautiful, peaceful, pure life. And actually what happened meant that it was the polar opposite of that.
Yeah. Last question. The Dracula episode was so popular, and the fans really seem to love these things, the kryptonite inside Easter egg type thing. Are we going to see more characters like Dracula show up?
Well, we loved the Dracula episode when we shot it, but we didn't know how people were going to take it. It was basically around that time, around episodes 5 and 6, was where we kind of laid our cards on the table and said, this is the show we are. And I think we got the show stronger as a result. Everyone go, okay, it is the historical fantasy that they said it was going to be, and they're proving it. So this season, we're certainly not going to deviate from that. I mean, the fact of the matter is that we're dealing with a period in Leonardo's life where there's no historical basis for it. 4 years where he disappeared. Yeah. So these 4 years he really does disappear. And in the Incan Empire, you're going to get some crazy stuff.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. We can't wait to see it. And
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming by, and keep it tuned to IGN.
Cheers.
Thank you.